VLOOKUPs. They're a really handy and useful thing to know, and they're dead easy to use. This is a VLOOKUP here, broken down and color coded for us. The actual formula is behind here. And what VLOOKUPs are basically trying to say are, look for the red value in the blue range, then tell me what corresponding value is in the green column. So let's bring that to life a little bit. We've got an example here where we have a bunch of data. You can see we have ID data, name data, area data, and salary grade data. So in this specific example, we also have a new data tab that contains ID data and salary band data. So what we really want to do with this is have a new column here detailing the new salary band alongside the old salary grade. Now, before we begin to use VLOOKUPs, we need a common value. So if you remember, there's an ID data column here in the old data, and there's an ID column here in the new data. So that's going to be our common value. So using the formula concept, looking for a red value in a blue range, telling me what corresponding value is in a green column. So let's color code it along the way. We're looking at this as the common value. We want it to look at that value. We want it to look in this blue range, so let's make that blue. And we want it to return the salary band data in this column, so let's make that green. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to make a new column here called new salary band. And then I'm going to type in the formula. So you press equals to kickstart the formula input. And then I'm going to type in VLOOK, and you can see it automatically came up with VLOOKUP. So if you press tab at this point, it'll open up the VLOOKUP formula, like so. And then it'll give us the option to start going into it. So we want our red lookup value, so look up this red value. So I'll click that cell. I'll click the comma button to move on to the next part, which is the range. So we want to look up this red value in this blue range. I'm going to press comma to move on to the next bit, and then we get to choose the column index number. So the column index number, we're not going to choose a specific range. We're going to choose which number of column we want to return. So in our example, it's the first, second column. In other examples, you could have the third, fourth, fifth, etc. columns. So in our example, it's the second column. So I'm going to type the number 2, then a comma, then I'm going to close it by saying the word false. So it returns the exact match rather than an approximate match. Then close bracket, press enter, and you can see it's returned the value C. So it's basically gone, yep, look at this red value 1002, find it in this range, you can see it here, return this column data C, and there it is correct. So to fill out the rest of the data, the rest of the column with this new data, we are not going to type out the formula individually because that would be crazy. Instead, we're going to use this handy little feature. You can see here there's a little green like a nub or nib on the cell corner. So you can double click that or drag it down. I'm going to double click it, and you'll find that Excel will handily automatically fill out the rest of the formula for you. So in our formula that we manually typed, you can see it's looking at cell A2 and then finding it. The one below it's looking at cell A3, A4, A5, so on. So there you go, that's a really nice, easy way to use VLOOKUPs. And I hope that you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, bye!